Part 1. Bulking. Build muscle without getting fat. Let's get one thing straight from the very beginning. Bulking does not mean eating whatever you want. It's not an excuse to pound fast food and chug milkshakes. It's not about getting big at any cost. Real bulking, intelligent bulking, is a calculated process. Think of it like building a house. You don't just start tossing bricks and hope it works out. You measure, you plan, and you place every piece with precision. That's how you build a physique that actually lasts. The goal of a bulk isn't just weight gain, it's muscle gain. We want to build lean mass, stay strong, and look better, not just bigger. Step 1. What bulking actually means. To someone brand new, bulking might sound like a free pass to eat endlessly, but it's not. Here's the real definition. Bulking is a temporary phase where we eat slightly more than we burn, train with purpose, and push our body to grow, all while keeping fat gain as low as possible. It's not forever. It's not messy. It's not random. It's strategic, controlled, smart. We're not trying to gain weight. We're trying to gain muscle, strength, and performance. Step 2. Creating a caloric surplus, but the right way. Here's how we do it. First, we figure out your maintenance calories. That's the number of calories your body needs to stay the same weight. To find it, you eat normally and track your intake and wait for 7 to 10 days. No changes, just data. Once your weight is stable, we create a small surplus, about 250 to 500 extra calories per day. That's enough to build muscle. Any more, and you're just adding fat. Lean individuals can start closer to the plus 500 mark. Those with more body fat should stay near plus 250. Your weekly goal: gain about 0.25 to 0.5% of your body weight each week. For 170 pounds male, that's around 0.4 to 0.85 pounds per week. That might not sound like much, and that's the point. Slow and steady growth gives your body time to build actual muscle, not just store body fat. And every 10 to 14 days, you adjust based on the trend. No guesswork, just strategy. Step 3. Macronutrients matter big time. Now that we've got calories locked in, we build the diet. Protein comes first, 1.0 to 1.2 grams per pound of body weight. This is the material your body uses to build new muscle tissue. Fats take up 20 to 30% of your total calories. They support your hormones. Don't go too low, but don't overdo it. Carbs, that's your fuel. They help you train hard, recover fast, and stay anabolic. After protein and fat are covered, fill the rest of your calories with carbs. Carbs are not your enemy. They're your secret weapon when bulking intelligently. Step 4. Clean foods versus dirty calories. Let's talk about the big question. Can I eat junk food while bulking? Here's the deal. If you've already hit your protein, your healthy fats, and most of your carbs came from whole foods, then yeah, you can enjoy a little flexibility. That means 80 to 90% of your intake should come from real, nutritious foods. The other 10 to 20%? Go ahead. Enjoy some chocolate, a bowl of cereal, a slice of pizza, but don't rely on junk to hit your calories. That's like trying to fuel a race car with soda. It might move, but it won't perform. Best time for those treat calories? Post-workout or late in the day, when your insulin sensitivity is higher and your body is more likely to use those calories for recovery. Step 5. Training is not optional, it's everything. Here's a hard truth. You can't eat your way to muscle. Muscle is earned in the gym, not in the kitchen. That means progressive overload is non-negotiable. Every week, you should be pushing to do a little more. More weight, more reps, more control, better form. Keep a training log. Stick to the 6 to 12 rep range for most lifts. And focus on compound movements, things like squats, deadlifts, presses, rows, pull-ups. That's the stuff that builds real size and strength. No growth happens without effort. No food will replace hard training. Step 6. Recovery equals the growth multiplier. Training triggers muscle growth, but recovery is where it happens. You grow outside the gym when you sleep, rest, and recover. Train 4 to 5 times per week. Sleep at least 7.5 to 9 hours a night. Seriously. This is not optional. Take rest days seriously. They're not off days, they're growth days. And manage your stress. High cortisol levels can literally block muscle gain and increase fat storage. Bulking isn't just food and weights. It's lifestyle, structure, and consistency. Step 7. Biofeedback. Your body is always talking. Track more than just the scale. Take weekly photos from the front, side, and back. Watch your weight trends week to week, not day to day. Measure your waist. It should not grow more than 1 inch during the entire bulk. Log your strength numbers. If your lifts are going up, you're likely building muscle. Your goal each month should be 1.5 to 3 pounds of scale gain, plus 2 to 3 pounds added to key lifts. Waist gain under 1 inch total. If your waist is blowing up but your lifts are flat, you're gaining fat, not muscle. Step 8. Why staying lean during a bulk wins long term? When you bulk cleanly, without getting soft, a few powerful things happen. You build more actual muscle because your body remains insulin sensitive and hormonally balanced. You don't need a long, painful cut later. You get to see your progress as it's happening. More definition, more fullness, more motivation. You stay mentally sharp and physically capable. No bloating, no crashing energy. Bulking smart isn't just about the short term. It sets you up to win every phase after this. Step 9. How long should you bulk? Now that we understand the importance of staying lean during a bulk, let's answer a huge question that confuses a lot of people. How long should a bulk actually last? Because the goal isn't to bulk forever, and it's not to see how heavy you can get. It's about building quality muscle while keeping fat gain low. And the best way to do that is by thinking in phases. The smart bulk timeline. For most people, especially if you're not a complete beginner, a good bulk should last around 8 to 16 weeks. That's about 2 to 4 months. Let's break it down. Beginners can bulk longer, maybe 3 to 6 months, because their bodies respond fast to training. They build muscle more easily and can stay leaner while doing it. Intermediates, you'll want to bulk for 2 to 4 months. Max gains come slower, and fat gain becomes more likely if you overextend. Advanced lifters should be even more cautious. Sometimes just 4 to 8 weeks of focused surplus is enough before pulling back and resetting. Remember, you're not bulking just for the scale to go up. You're doing it for muscle, and muscle builds slowly. Push too far, and that clean bulk turns into a dirty one real fast. Know when to pull the plug. Here's a simple rule of thumb. Keep bulking until the trade-off of fat to muscle is no longer worth it. So how do you know when that moment hits? Watch for these red flags. Your strength gains slow down or completely stall. Your waistline is expanding faster than your muscles. If you're gaining over 1 inch in waist, that's a warning. You feel sluggish, bloated, tired, or unmotivated, even with more food. When those show up, that's your body saying, I need a break. Not a cut, not a binge, a break in the form of maintenance, which we'll talk about in part 2. Think seasons, not endless sprints. A smart bulk isn't just about how long you do it. It's about cycling phases. Bulk, build muscle. Maintenance, lock it in. Cut, reveal what you built. Then repeat, stronger each time. Just like nature has seasons, your body has growth seasons too. And trying to bulk year-round is like trying to grow crops in winter. It doesn't work. In the next part of the video, we'll talk about maintenance, why it's the most underrated phase in the entire process, and how it sets the stage for even more gains. Stay tuned, you're building something real. Part 2. Maintenance, locking gains and reset systems. So you just finished a bulk. You've been eating more, lifting heavy, pushing your limits in and out of the gym. And now, your body has grown, stronger, fuller, and hopefully with more muscle than ever before. But here's the critical moment most people skip: maintenance. And let me tell you, this phase is not optional. If bulking is like building the house, maintenance is letting the cement dry. It's where your body locks in the gains, your systems reset, and your progress becomes real. Skip this, and you risk watching your hard-earned progress fade away. Step 1. Why maintenance actually matters. You might be wondering, why not just jump straight into a cut? Or, can't I just keep bulking? And the answer to both? Not yet. Here's what maintenance does. It solidifies your new muscle and strength. It rebalances your hormones and digestion after weeks of a calorie surplus. It helps you avoid burnout, mentally and physically. And it sets the foundation for your next phase, whether that's cutting or another round of growth. Skipping maintenance is like sprinting without tying your shoes. You might take off fast, but you'll fall flat halfway through. Step 2. What maintenance really is. Let's define it clearly. Maintenance is a 2 to 4 week phase where you either eat, at your true maintenance level, calories that keep your weight stable, or in a slight surplus of about 100 to 250 calories, just enough to stay anabolic without pushing fat gain. This isn't cheat mode. It's not a diet vacation. You're still eating with purpose, still hitting your macros, still keeping structure. But now, it's less about growth and more about consolidation, letting your body catch up and settle. Step 3. Adjusting calories without crashing. Here's how you shift out of a bulk into maintenance. Let's say you were bulking at plus 500 calories per day. Now, you'll drop to around plus 100 to plus 250, or possibly just return to true maintenance. But here's the key. Don't change what you eat, just reduce how much. Keep the same high-quality foods. Keep your meal timing. Just trim the portions a bit, especially from carbs and fats. The goal here isn't to lose weight. It's to stabilize. Let your body stop gaining and start holding. Step 4. Managing expectations. Let's set the record straight about the scale. In the first week or two, it's totally normal to see a 1 to 2% drop in weight. That's not muscle loss. It's just less food in your system and less water being held with carbs. Don't panic. Don't slash calories. And definitely don't start cutting yet. Instead, look at weekly averages, not daily swings. Your weight should level out, not crash. That's how you know you're truly in maintenance. Step 5. Deload your training. Yes, really. Now let's talk gym. This is the perfect time to deload. Here's what that means. Drop your training volume by 40 to 60%. That's fewer sets per session. Keep intensity high. Still lift heavy. Still challenge yourself. Focus on mobility, technique, and recovery. Think of it like changing your oil. You're not quitting. You're maintaining the machine. After weeks of pushing your nervous system, your joints, and your energy levels, a smart deload keeps you healthy and hungry for the next phase. Step 6. Sleep, steps, and stress, the big 3. This phase is also your chance to reset your recovery systems. Get 7.5 to 9 hours of sleep every night. No compromise. Keep your daily steps around 7,000 to 10,000. Enough to stay active, not exhausted. And manage your stress, work, life, training. It all matters. Remember, this isn't an off-season. It's a calculated pause to prepare for better results. This is the moment your body recharges. If you use it well, your next cut or bulk will be far more effective. Step 7. The mental shift after a bulk. Here's something nobody talks about. After a bulk, your appetite might drop. You might feel less hungry. You might even feel weird about not eating as much. That's okay. In fact, it's healthy. Let it happen. Learn to eat for maintenance, not just for muscle gain. Break that internal link between more food equals more progress. This is where you train your brain, just like you train your body, to understand that sustainability is power, because anyone can gain weight, but maintaining it, that's a skill. Step 8. Mistakes to avoid at all costs. Let's keep you on track by avoiding the most common traps. Don't jump into a cut too fast. Let your body settle. Give it time to hold your muscle. Don't stay in a bulk mindset. You're not in growth mode anymore. Reduce your intake. Recover your systems. Stay lean. Don't let maintenance become lazy. This phase matters. It's not a break, it's a transition. You should still train with intention. Eat like an athlete. Move your body. Sleep like it matters, because it does. The takeaway: maintenance is the bridge between phases. You built it. Now you hold it. Maintenance is the bridge between the muscle you gained and the next phase of your journey, whether that's leaning down or going for another smart bulk. This is where everything becomes real. This is where your progress becomes permanent. Next up, cutting. Get lean without losing muscle. In part 3, we're going to show you how to enter a cut the right way, how to protect muscle, how to structure calories and cardio, and how to avoid the skinny fat trap most people fall into. You've earned your size. Now let's reveal it. Stay tuned. Part 3, the cut. Clean up fat. Stay muscular. So far, you've done the smart thing. You bulk to build lean muscle. You maintain to lock it in and reset. Now it's time to refine this phase. It's called the cut. And no, cutting doesn't mean starving. It doesn't mean losing all your hard-earned muscle. And it's not about looking shredded for Instagram. The cut is just the cleanup phase. Imagine you've been building a sculpture out of clay, and now you're brushing off the excess. Not breaking it, not melting it down, just revealing the definition underneath. Let's get into it, step by step, with everything explained simply and clearly. Step 1. Understand the mini-cut mindset. This isn't a long-term diet. This is what we call a mini-cut. Think of it like a tune-up. After a bulk and maintenance phase, you may have gained a little extra body fat. That's normal. That's part of the process. But now we want to clean that up without undoing the muscle gains. Here's what the mini-cut does. Sheds a small amount of fat, usually 4 to 6 pounds. Restores insulin sensitivity, so your body can better handle carbs. Reduces your appetite. Bulking often stretches your hunger cues. Sharpens your look, so you can actually see the muscle you built. Duration? Just 4 to 6 weeks. That's it. Why so short? Because we want to dip in, get results, and get out before your body starts adapting too much or losing muscle. This is not a lifestyle. This is a tool. Step 2. Set up a controlled calorie deficit. Let's break down the calorie side. You're not trying to starve. You're just eating slightly less than your body needs, so it uses stored fat as fuel. A good starting point is 250 to 500 calories, less than your current maintenance level. In percentage terms, 10 to 15% below maintenance. For example, if your maintenance is 2,800 calories, cut to 2,400 to 2,550 calories per day. What you don't want is an aggressive, unsustainable drop. This isn't a get shredded in 2 weeks thing. It's a clean, steady, fat loss phase that protects your muscle. Step 3. Rebalance your macros the right way. Now let's talk macros: protein, carbs, and fat. Here's how to adjust during a cut. 1. Protein. Stay high. You want at least 1 gram per pound of body weight, possibly more. This protects your muscle while you're in a calorie deficit. If you weigh 180 pounds, shoot for 180 to 200 grams of protein per day. 2. Fat moderate. Keep fat at 20 to 30% of your total calories. Enough for hormones and health, but not so much that it steals from your carb budget. 3. Carbs. You'll cut these the most. Carbs are important for training, energy, and recovery. But during a cut, you'll pull back on them a bit to create that calorie deficit. Protein is your shield. Carbs are your fuel. Fats keep the system running. Balance wisely. Step 4. Strength training. Keep the muscle, ditch the volume. This is where a lot of people panic. They think, I'm eating less, so I should train lighter. Wrong. Muscle is expensive real estate. Your body wants to get rid of it when food is scarce, unless you give it a reason to keep it. The reason? Heavy strength training. Here's what to do. Keep your intensity high. Lift heavy, especially on your big compound lifts, like squats, deadlifts, rows, and presses. Drop the volume. Do fewer total sets and reps, about 25 to 35% less than you did during bulking. Don't try to chase PRs, but also don't go easy. You're sending a signal to your body. We still need this muscle. Don't burn it for fuel. That signal needs to be clear and consistent. Step 5. Add cardio, but do it smart. Now let's talk cardio. Cardio is a tool, not a punishment. You don't need to do hours of it. Here's a smart approach. Start with 2 to 3 sessions per week of low-intensity steady-state cardio. Walking, light cycling, incline treadmill. If needed, sprinkle in 1 or 2 sessions of HIIT per week. Short, intense intervals. But remember, your diet does most of the work. Cardio just adds a little push. Too much cardio equals more fatigue, worse recovery, higher risk of muscle loss. So keep it in check. Step 6. Track biofeedback. Let your body speak. Tracking your weight is helpful, but not the full picture. Here's what you want to monitor during the cut. Weekly weight trends. Aim for 0.5 to 1% loss per week. For a 180 pounds person, that's around 1 to 2 pounds per week. Waist measurements. This shows if fat is coming off where it counts. Photos. Take weekly or bi-weekly pictures in the same lighting. Strength levels. Are you holding on or crashing? Mood, sleep, energy. Low carbs can mess with all of these. Stay aware. If everything's moving in the right direction, you're on the right path. If energy tanks, sleep suffers, or lifts start falling hard, you may be overdoing it. Adjust. This is a process, not a race. Step 7. Don't cut forever, exit intelligently. Here's the deal. After 4 to 6 weeks, you stop. Even if you didn't lose as much fat as you hoped, you stop. Why? Because staying in a deficit too long starts breaking down muscle, killing recovery, and wrecking hormones. You're leaner. You're tighter. Appetite is lower. That's a win. Now what? You've got 3 choices. Return to maintenance, lock in a new body, stabilize, and chill. Start a new lean bulk if you want to grow again. Enter a longer, full-cutting phase if your goal is to get really lean. But whatever you choose, respect the exit. The mini-cut served its purpose. Move on. Step 8. Want more gains? Repeat the cycle. Here's the beauty of this whole thing. If you want to keep improving, if you want to add more lean muscle, more strength, a better look, you just repeat the cycle. Bulk, maintain, cut, maintain, repeat. Each time, you come out a little bigger, a little leaner, a little more athletic. You're not guessing. You're not reacting. You're following a system, and systems win. That's how natural, sustainable, long-term progress happens. Not through 6-week transformations, not through detoxes or extreme plans, but through structured, intelligent cycles like this one. So now you've got the full picture. You understand how to bulk smart, how to maintain your gains, and how to cut clean without losing your muscle. But there's one more thing, because none of this works if you don't have a training plan that's consistent, effective, and actually doable with the equipment you have. And that brings me to something a lot of people struggle with. They want to follow this cycle, bulk, maintain, cut, but they don't have a gym, or they can't afford a gym membership, or maybe they just don't like waiting around for machines. So here's what I suggest. Before you click off, I want to ask you for one small favor. Can you drop a quick comment below? Anything at all? Even just a flex biceps emoji. That tiny comment helps me get pushed by the algorithm, so I can reach more brothers who need this kind of help. Guys trying to improve without the BS. Now for the suggestion. A few weeks ago, I made a full dumbbell-only workout. No machines, no gym. Short but brutally effective. If you're bulking right now, or cutting, or just trying to build muscle at home, this is the perfect training plan to go with everything we just covered. It's on the right side of your screen right now, next to the other videos YouTube thinks you'll like. Click that one. Start putting all of this into action. Wishing you a strong bulk, a clean cut, and a true CHIMP mentality.